is about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullet is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix. Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett, and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello out there, and you're welcome once again to Sports Orbit. My name is Afra Acho. Salifu Usman is here. Go Salifu. Welcome to Sports Orbit.
Thank you.
All right, straight away we'll begin from basketball, where in recent times the crisis, recall that the federal government of Nigeria had suspended the NBBF from partaking in any basketball activity anywhere in the world, and as a result of that, the basketball governing body that's talking about FIBA has, on its part, disqualified Nigeria from participating in the 2022 World Cup, and Mali has been replaced to take that slot for Nigeria. A statement released by FIBA said FIBA was informed about the decision of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to withdraw Nigeria from all international basketball competitions and activities in subsequent communications with the NBBF, and despite FIBA's request, it has become clear that against the circumstance created by the government decision, the NBBF is unable to confirm its participation in the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup in 2022, given the multiple strict deadlines that cannot be postponed in order to ensure the successful staging of a major international event. And it said, and to protect the integrity of the competition, the FIBA Executive Committee has decided as follows. Nigeria's withdrawal from the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022 is confirmed. Mali, as the next ranked team from Group B of the FIBA Women's Basketball qualifying tournament, is invited to participate in the FIBA Basketball World Cup. FIBA will announce whether there will be any other decisions related to NBBF's participation in other FIBA competitions and any potential disciplinary measures in due course. So, on its part too, FIBA too has slammed the hammer also on Nigeria. So that is from frying pan to fire.
Well, well, to me, there's nothing surprising. It's expected. It's expected.
Yeah.
We're expecting that this is at the end of the day is what is going to happen. And now you don't fall a man who is already down.
No.
Somebody who is already down. How do you fall this person again? The year has already suspended themselves. Withdraw themselves. So I think that say you suspend them. You don't suspend someone who has already suspended himself. But one thing is that in as much as there's no that is not about the whole issue. There's no need. There's no need to talk about this issue. It's a serious issue, and the border on the development of our basketball. In as much as we have some people are saying that the decision by the federal government is okay, vis-a-vis the crisis that has involved the basketball for 5 years. And I think even the government, in the government itself, in taking that decision, also understand the pains of many Nigerians and understand how difficult it is to take short decisions. And that is why it takes government for a very long time to take this decision. But what we know that is how since that government since the pronouncement by the government is almost a month now, I have not seen any decision that has been taken to ensure that we bring the basketball together and to ensure that we resolve the crisis. So government should not just one worry and advise that after these 2 years that government has given to ban, and if after these 2 years and we still remain where we are and we still be in the crisis, it means government have taken us backward. But government must just like they say in their statement that they want to use this opportunity to remap and solve everything, must use this window to resolve any crisis and chart a new way for basketball development in this country.
Like you rightly just said, since that decision was made by government over a month ago, like you said, we are yet to see anything apart from the setting up of an interim management committee. But in this case, I mean, the Minister of Sport is more or less the one who represents the government when it comes to this issue. So I think he's the one who should be taking the lead, charting a new course or a way forward for basketball. But like you said, we are yet to see any proper program. Everything has just been at a standstill. Let it not be a situation where in another 1 year from now, nothing would have happened. Don't forget that we are in a very critical period in Nigeria now. Everybody is focused on politics. So before you know it, even this, everybody forget about basketball and concentrate on politics. And before you know, 1 year must have passed and nothing has happened to basketball. And at the end of the day, if nothing happens, this ban, in my own opinion, will just be useless. It will just be a complete waste of time. It would have been better for the crisis to continue. Let them continue participating in international competitions. But if at the end of the day, a year passes on, let's say within the next 6 months, and I really don't see anything to suggest that there's something going on, then for me, I mean, this ban will just be a complete waste.
I just want to say one thing is that I believe the President Muhammad Buhari and his cabinet minister understanding this thing very well. President Muhammad Buhari have less than a year to leave office, and there's no any time to waste any to waste, and there's no more time to waste. If you know that you have a less than, just like you say, if now you have we are in a dilemma in this situation here, for instance, you have less than a year to leave office, and within this year you have between now between now and January next year or February next year, all you'll be hearing is about election.
Exactly.
There will be no any concrete program. There's no any other thing. As politicians as concerned now, what matter most to them now is about who win the next election and what concern about the election. And that's what the government are politicians and what concern is about the next is about the election. And that is why you see some minor issue that need to be tackled. Government don't even listen to it. For instance, the issue I know what we are on the sport program. The issue of first crisis is still legal. We still seek you at the filling station, but because of the election, because of their desire to produce who win the ticket, who don't win it, they are just concerned about their primary. Nobody talking about the first crisis. So now, if government you give us a 2 years ban, and if all you need to do is use these 2 years, just not talking anything about it. Me, I'm not even talking. I'm not even talking about the program about say let's play basketball or let's play basketball. Because even as it is, the two gladiators, the two opposing camp are still holding on to their claim that they are head. So if at the end of the day, after this 2 years window, and with the two opposing camp are still hold on to their gun, that they are head, they are this. It means we wasted this time and wasted every opportunity. So Minister Sunday, the Minister of Transport, just like Buhari, the moment Buhari leave office, if he's lucky to stay to stay till next year when Buhari will leave office, he also he have less than a year to leave office. So he must do everything to ensure that this crisis is put on an end and everything is put on any issue that concern has to basketball as far as issue of crisis is concerned is put on end. What I expected by now is that to call all the two factions to order and dissolve ask them that we don't want anybody lay claim that is this in the basketball. You should such a person to court.
All right, we'll see how all this pans out because just when you think the crisis will be resolved every day, every week, a new dimension unfolds. Anyway, away from that now to the Super Eagles. Recall that Super Eagles will be taking on Ecuador tonight in the second international friendly out there in the United States. And reports reaching us say that Ola Aina will likely feature in this one. Recall that in the first match, he wasn't able to take part in that one. While at the same time, Innocent Bonke will not be in action tonight. Currently, 20 players are available for selection following the arrival of Emmanuel Dennis on Tuesday. Of course, the Super Eagles will take on Ecuador tonight at the Red Bull Arena in New Jersey. So, Olai not making a return back to the team, I think that will be a big boost to the team. Notwithstanding that he holds that left back position, but it means we have two quality players. Olaina is not also bad when it comes to position he plays. Not too bad at all when it comes to playing there, and not forgetting that he also had a fantastic season. Also, yeah.
Thank God he is able to suck up the knock and we will be back. He missed the first match, and at the same time, Super Eagles. I just want to feel like just Super Eagles from. Do you even know that Super Eagles in the last 3 years has not won the friendly matches? I just get to know that. I just know that statistic today that in the last 3 years, Super Eagles has not won any friendly game. The best result they have get in any friendly game is a draw. So that means Jose Posiro will be in for a record if he succeeds in winning the first Super Eagles first friendly match victory in 3 years. But one is that it is going to be a very tough one. But Ecuador are not just supposed to be are not nonsense push. Ecuador has been in the last 5 years from the record have consistently in their last 5 matches that win all their last 5 matches. So Nigeria has to be very careful against this Ecuador. Although it's a friendly game, but it appears that every friendly game now matters a lot because it affects your FIFA ranking, it affects your record. And just like the story and what we have begin to hear, and now people are bringing out a whole lot of statistics. A whole lot of statistics have been bringing out that people are saying that Super Eagles in the last 3 years have not won a friendly match, and at the same time, the coach Pesero have not won a match in the last 5. Have not won any match since he probably stayed with Colombia. So and now a whole lot of the Pesero is under a pressure to ensure that the fella that follow him from Colombia didn't follow Venezuela. That follow him from Venezuela didn't follow him to Nigeria. So he must ensure that he win this match and not to score just like one of my it's not only analyzed in the blog that not to score 2-0 by losing his first 2 matches and be the first Super Eagles coach to lose a match and then not just losing 2 consecutive matches. So it's a match that everyone must really good. And so already the Super Eagles they are aiming that they ensure that they play that and they sort of win at least get the victory tonight. Not even tonight, the match will be played by around 1 a.m.
Yeah, early hours actually. Away from that on to the NPFL. Some NPFL matches went down yesterday, and of course, it was a top of the table clash between Rivers United, league leaders, and second place Plateau United. At the end of the day, it was Rivers United who took that one 2-0 against Plateau United. I mean, this is the match everybody was waiting for, who will win which. That result over Plateau United, it's safe to say that Rivers United almost have a hand on the NPFL title for the first time because that win has extended their lead to 10 points, just leaving Plateau United and the rest of the chasing pack in that. So good one for Rivers United.
Yeah, good one for Rivers United. If you say congratulations to Rivers United now that they are almost there, you'll not be wrong because it will be a miracle now. I have to use that way to be a miracle now for Plateau United to catch up with Rivers United because it means that Rivers has to lose 4 matches.
Exactly.
Or lose 3 matches and draw 1 for Rivers United for Plateau United to catch up with them. And it will appear that Plateau United is the new champion of Nigeria. It's going to be the new champions of the Nigeria Professional League. So congratulations, and that's what it matters. When we have opportunity to beat your opponent, your main rival, and that's what they did successfully by beating Plateau United 2-0 and they stayed in the lead.
All right, let's take a look at other results of other matches that went down also yesterday. Other interesting games also went down yesterday. Producer, if we have the results, can we have them? All right, for Aqua United, it was Aqua United actually played a 0-0 draw in that one. Well, at this point, we'll go on a short break, and when we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome back from that short break. You're still on to Sports Orbit. Still talking about the NPFL now. We'll take a look at other results of matches that went down yesterday in various centers across the country. It was Aqua United champions playing out a 0-0 draw with MFM, while Kasuna United defeated Niger Tornadoes 2-0. For Lobby Stars returning back to winning ways 3-1 over Aqua United, while Enugu Rangers also defeated Wiki Tourists 2-1. Shooting Stars played out a 1-1 draw with Remo Stars yesterday. If we have other results, I remember Eyimba also won their match yesterday 2-0, and that has pushed them to third on the table. That's a nice one coming from Eyimba. Let's also look at the NPFL table as we go along. Yeah.
If you look at it, just like I was saying yesterday on Monday, I think if you look at the match of the play on Sunday, she will tell you that we're already getting towards the end of the season.
The boys are being separated from the men.
You begin to see how some clubs have begun to fight. MFF, for instance, won their match on Sunday, and they went away and get another away point at Aqua United. So it means that they are trying to push themselves all from the relegation zone. Now they have left the bottom spot, leave it for Dhaka FC to occupy that position. Now they are in the 19 on the log. Although with 19 on the log, I have closely following by they have just a few points closely followed by Heartland. Heartland and then Lobby Star respectively. And it means that if MFF, if they continue this way, because we have 7 matches to go, but if they continue this and they're able to keep on picking a point and then picking a point in the next 7 months, they may survive relegation. But that means that it will Lobby Star and Heartland need to buckle up. If not, Lobby Star may have their way down into the relegation. But they have to, if they continue the way they play in the North Central Derby, winning Kwara United is not a small team. Kwara United have shown consistency. They assist on the other that clearly showed their strength in this season. But yesterday, Lobby Star was able to give them 3-0 and clearly 3-1. That's a fantastic result there for Lobby Star yesterday, and I hope that in the next match they will be able to put more points so they are avoid relegation. And nobody wants to see Lobby Star going there. It's one of the clubs that has maintained consistency. One of the
traditional
clubs that have maintained consistency that refuse to go down into relegation. And at least this season should not be the time that we will just open that chapter.
Of course, and looking at the top 4 teams, you can see that Eyimba have battled themselves back into the top 4, just 2 points below Rangers. At a point during the course of the season, Eyimba were not too consistency, and already some people were now calling for the head of Finidi George, but you can see that Eyimba keeping faith with him is beginning to pay off because they've done well to.
But maybe that will be the other thing. Finidi George is a Super Eagles.
No, but I mean, whether I like it or not, he's still the coach of the team.
Yes.
So whether I like it or not, wherever he is, he'll be discussing with the people on the bench. It's normal.
I agree with you.
So he's still the coach of the team. So credit must be given to him.
Making an input.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, to see that for him to be the team to be number 4, I think it's quite impressive. We all know the kind of team Eyimba is, and who knows if they continue like this, they might have a chance of even finishing 3rd.
But Eyimba is not a small team. Sure. Eyimba is just like for instance, any coach that comes to PSG we guarantee that he's going to win the League One.
Yeah.
So Eyimba, if you are coaching Eyimba, no matter how you coaching, but you expected that at least you finish within the top 3. The top 3.
Yeah.
So to be in the top 4, yes, will give him kudos, but at least give him kudos to ensure that the team will be within the top 4. But at least a team like Eyimba, he need to also do more, so that he can also get more accurate.
All right, away from that now to some foreign news where Real Madrid striker Karim Benzema has been named the UEFA Champions League Player of the season. The first technical observer panel have named Karim Benzema the 2021-2022 UEFA Champions League Player of the Season. Says remarkably, a joint record 10 of those games came in the knockout stage, beginning with a decisive late hat-trick against Paris Saint-Germain in the round of 16. He followed up with another treble away to Chelsea and then buried the extra time winner to oust the holders in Spain. So I mean, no surprise with this at all.
No surprise.
Surprise.
Nobody will debate that. Just like Messi says, no doubt about it. Nobody will debate that. He's the most outstanding player in this year's Champions League.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm. Meanwhile, also for his teammate, that's Vinicius Junior, who actually scored the winner in that final, was named the best young player of the season. I mean, that's a young man who came to Real Madrid in the first season. He was barely, I think, 18 years. And the first season, there were flashes of brilliance, but it was until last season that he began to show the quality of why Madrid spent that much money. Someone who was picked up straight from Brazil to Spain. And you see that Madrid always has a way of finding out these players. And Madrid has a crop of young players. Look at Vinicius, Valverde, a lot of crop of young players who Camavinga and the rest of them. So sometimes you give kudos to the scouting teams of these teams, and that's why teams like these over generations for many years have continued to remain relevant at the top.
yeah, that is still surprising. Like the Real Madrid keep on excel and then winning the Champions League
Yeah.
for 14 times.
Mm.
Where some of the even top Europe club are yet to
Yet to
win a
win
single
for
one.
once.
For instance, Arsenal yet to win a single one.
Mm.
But a club winning it for 14 times.
Exactly.
And
Even winning the league title in your country 14 times is not a joke.
it's not a
Talk
joke.
less of winning the Champions League.
And the most surprising is that in the last 9 edition of the Champions League, Barcelona, Real Madrid have won 5 times, won 5 of it. In the last 9 edition of the Champions League, in the last 9 years, he has won it 55th time.
Exactly.
So that shows their dominance of the league, and that can also be attributed to what you just say, identifying the right players, building the team. Why some players are aging up? There's a young one coming up, and if you look at the team this week, it's a combination of experience and the youthful exuberance. And you see, they have the age players in the middle, in the person of Benzema, in the person of Luka Modric. Even Marcelo also came in sometimes, adding his experience, he's still the captain of the team, adding some experience. And they have young players. When those old players cannot get the speed, the young player make up. And when the young player didn't get the experience, the old player bring the experience, and that's why they are only team this thing that can go 3 goals down and still come back from behind and win the match. So it matters a lot. And one thing that the trust of the team, it doesn't just depend on the coach you see. It depends on the back room of the scouting team of the team. The scouting team of the club really matter. If the team doesn't have a rightful scouting team, it's only find difficult to get the players.
Absolutely. And away from that now to the finalissima that was played yesterday, that's talking about CONMEBOL versus UEFA in that match that featured against winners of the Copa America versus European champions. Well, it went the way of the Argentines, who, with Lionel Messi playing a very, very key role in that one, laying up 2 assists in that one as he won his second international trophy for Argentina. I mean, the match looked very easy for Argentina. I didn't expect Argentina to outclass Italy in such a manner. 3-0 it went. I mean, Argentina outplayed Italy. I watched the whole of that match, and I was surprised that this was an Italian side who blew everybody away in the Euros, and falling like a pack of cards to Argentina was quite surprising.
So when you say you are surprised that they blew Argentina, Italy's away, I'm also surprised that you when Italy are yet to recover from World Cup failure.
No,
So,
but I think that shouldn't be a reason why they should put up such a
didn't
performance.
qualify for World Cup is still hurting them. So
But
that clearly shows why they didn't qualify for the
No,
World
but
Cup.
this should have been something they should have used this one as a form of consolation.
Well, unfortunately, they didn't listen to advice or use our form of constitution. But one is that can I now still rely on that Messi has won the World Cup?
No, yet to win the World
Because
Cup.
when you win, these are the best continental championship in the
We're
world.
still not up to the World
We
Cup.
talk of South America and the Euro, and then the two champions came together, and the emerged champion. Then automatically they have won the World Cup.
So where will you place the Confederations Cup?
Well, I'm just joking about
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So he's
just-
yet
just-
to
just-
win
he's
the
winning
World Cup.
but at least he has won something close to the World Cup.
Not close. It's just yet another trophy. It says
So
that
congratulations to the Argentina.
trophy. Yeah, congratulations to them.
People say that it's all that performance with the Argentina national team. Now he's beginning to show. Maybe this one will maybe as he's moving towards tail of his career. Maybe this one will be an open door for him. World Cup this year, and maybe who knows? Maybe this year will be his turn.
All right, we'll see about that come Qatar much later in the year. Anyway, to our final story before we leave, Real Madrid have confirmed the signing of Chelsea defender Anthony Rudiger on a 4-year deal. The news actually came out this afternoon on Real Madrid's website. They said he could be earning as much as £340,000 per week with this new deal. The statement read, Anthony Rudiger is now a Real Madrid player. We have strengthened our squad by signing one of the best defenders in world football after the German international had joined the club from Chelsea. He was a pivotal member of the London side squad that lifted the Champions League, the Europa League and Club World Cup, UEFA Super Cup and FA Cup. He also featured in the Champions League team of the season in both of the last 2 seasons. So just like we were talking about Madrid, you can see that they've gone out now to get yet another quality defender.
Marcelo is leaving.
Marcelo has left. Don't forget that as a left back, Marcelo has already even been replaced last season with David Alaba, brought him from Bayern Munich, and now they are bringing another quality centre back to join in the squad.
Yeah,
so it just shows to that Madrid just wants to continue the dominance.
They have the interest in this player, but the interest was triggered more when they played the semi-final match against Chelsea, and the action, the way this guy display, and he knows that about just like in Madrid, he's one of the best defenders. One of the best defenders you can get anywhere in the world, and he has proved himself separately.
Well, that's that for that, and clearly, all season Chelsea tried to offer him a new contract, but I think clearly he knew where he wanted to go. He had made up his mind, even with an improved offer, but he turned out that contract, and currently he's a Madrid player. He himself wrote on Twitter, he said, I'm proud to announce that I'll be joining Real Madrid. I'm super excited for all the challenges ahead and can't wait to play my first games for this huge club. So congratulations to that one, Madrid's game, Chelsea's loss. Let's see how Chelsea will replace this quality defender.
And we pray that it shouldn't turn out to be another hazard in Madrid.
Well, I don't think every player will have the same hazard situation. Anyway, that's where we draw the curtain on today's episode of Sports. Obviously, don't forget that early hours, for American time, it will be Thursday, but Nigerian time will be Friday 1 a.m. Super Eagles will be in action against Ecuador. We'll see how that pans out, and hopefully tomorrow we'll release episode on. And the next Friday edition of Sports Orbit will give you a review of all that transpired. Hopefully, the Super Eagles will be come out away with a much improved performance in that one. Salifu, thank you for being in the show today once again.
Thank you for having me.
All right, until we come your way tomorrow with another refreshing and exciting episode of Sports Orbit. Stay safe out there. I remain your host, Apacho. Bye-bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.